With Super Smash Bros. Ultimate being revealed a month ago, I figured it was finally time to make a video on it. The last time I made a speculation video was back in March after all, so a new take on things, with new info, is in order. With the release date set for early winter, it has me wondering what it'll have in store for us. Will it have an actual classic mode?
The fuck is this shit?
Will we get Target Smash back instead of Target Blast?
Why is there Angry Birds in my Smash Brothers?
Will we please leave Smash Tour behind?
Nobody even liked it!
With over 80 stages revealed, how many more are we going to get?
We've got 34 left from the past installments! Holy fuck!
Then, of course, the big one that's on everyone's minds, considering that's probably why you picked this video in the first place. What new characters will we get, and how many? The general numbers I've seen thrown around are anywhere between 2 to 9. I'm in the mindset that we'll probably get 4 or 5, 2 of them being echoes and the other 3 being completely unique. Sure, there are characters I think are incredibly likely, and then there's characters that I believe would be great, but probably won't happen. There's one character on this list, however, that I wanted to discuss in particular, as I believe they are one of the most likely characters to be added in Ultimate. Dark Samus. So let's just get right into it! Here's 5 reasons I believe she'll be playable. Number 1, no assist trophy in sight. Starting off, this is everybody talking. Her assist trophy is surprisingly absent, accounting to everyone who's played the demo. It's an oddly specific removal, if you ask me. Some will argue they might not have incorporated her into the game yet, but that doesn't seem quite right. If you pay attention to most of her animations as an assist trophy, she reuses a lot of Samus's animations. I honestly doubt implementing that would be too difficult. Shadow the Hedgehog is a speculated character as well, due to him being seemingly replaced by Knuckles as an assist trophy. But he's also third party, so that's a whole different topic in of itself. I'll leave that sort of discussion to other people. The whole focus on this video is Dark Samus in particular, so let's get back to that. Number 2, the Missing Samus Alt. Out of all of Samus's palette swaps, the Dark Samus outfit is nowhere to be found. Instead, it's replaced by a outfit. Why would they remove the Dark Samus one in particular? Maybe it just isn't implemented as of yet. Or maybe it's something more. If they were to just remove it and not have a Dark Samus alt, that seems like a major thing to just up and exclude for no reason other than to make Samus look like a damn bee, hornet, wasp, whatever. There's another character in a similar situation, but again, this video isn't about other characters. This is about Dark Samus, so you can get that shit out of here. Next point. Number 3, Ridley's victory theme. Something you may want to note is that Ridley's victory theme is not his own theme. It's just a more sinister version of Samus's theme. Why was he not just given a version of his own theme? It wouldn't be the first time a character got their own victory theme based off of them. Look at Rosalina and Luma, Bowser and Bowser Jr., and even Dark Pit. There has to be a reason why they remixed the power-up theme once again, rather than just using Ridley's own theme. Seems a bit fishy if you ask me. Number 4, Metroid Prime 4 incoming. This one is rather obvious, since we all know Nintendo likes to use Smash to market their new titles, which is rather effective. With Metroid Prime 4 coming out, what better way to promote it than by using the main villain that made the original trilogy so great? One could argue Ridley does that, but he really just represents Metroid as a whole, as does Samus, and he was commonly one of the most requested newcomers. With how well known the Prime series has gotten, it shouldn't be surprising that a character from Prime would be added in. There's one more point to bring up, but let's get this question out of the way as it heavily relates to it. Would she be an Echo Fighter, a semi-clone, or completely unique? Let's just get this first one out of the way real quick here. Scratch unique off that list, as much as it pains me to say it. But Ridley got that spot already, and I highly doubt they'd throw in the time to make another fully unique Metroid rep, especially when she looks so much like Samus already. So, that leaves Semi-Clone or Echo Fighter. At the end of the day, it's all a matter of how much time they'd be willing to put into making her. If they decide to port some moves from her assist trophy days into her moveset, then she'd be a semi-clone, easy. But would they want to put the extra time in to make a semi-clone after just announcing Echo Fighters? I doubt it. If anything, she will end up as an echo of Samus, which is rather fitting considering, well, that. Some people may not really know what an Echo Fighter is, though, or they've mistaken them for clones, semi-clones, whatever. A brief explanation is in order. Echo Fighters are slight alterations of current characters. So when someone suggests an Echo Fighter, quote-unquote, that has a different move entirely, that doesn't work. They have a very similar moveset to their original counterpart, just altered in either animation or in the properties of their moves. It's why Dr. Mario, Pichu, Roy, and Young Link aren't Echo Fighters. They have some completely different moves from their counterparts, making them more like semi-clones than anything. Armed with this knowledge, we can continue to the final point for Dark Samus. Number 5, an easy Echo Fighter. She is based off Samus, so modeling her would be rather easy. Not to mention the fact that it's a pretty important factor when looking at Echo Fighters, as they should be very similar to the character they're based off of. Certain animations can and will be tweaked, of course, as long as they have a very similar function to Samus's, giving Dark Samus a more imposing stance, with her running animation being more of a float animation like Mewtwo or Cloud. Everything else would be just altering her animations to be more Phazon based, while making sure they function similarly to Samus. Perhaps for functionality differences, Phazon can be dot-based. I can also imagine the design would be a mixture of Metroid Prime 2 and 3 designs, but any major changes that differentiate her from Samus could land her in the semi-clone territory. Change her down B to slam onto the ground and summon a bunch of Phazon spikes, that would just be too different and it would be semi-clone territory, even though it's just one move. When looking at the current Echo Fighters, she'd fit right in with how she mimics Samus. You've got Dark Pit, who's cloned from the Mirror of Truth as an alternate version of Pit, Lucina, who fought by the alias of Marth to conceal her identity, and Daisy, whose design is just very strikingly similar to Peach's. Some disagree with this notion, however. So let me put it simply for you. If she doesn't make it in as an Echo, it's doubtful she'd make it in at all. Sure, she has some clear differences from Samus, like her assist trophy attacks, and the fact that she never uses the Morph Ball bombs, or the screw attack. But remember, Lucina has clear differences from Marth in Awakening, yet she's still an Echo. Sure, a small amount of Samus's moves may not entirely fit Dark Samus, but it's better to have her playable than not in the game at all. So that's who I think is the most likely newcomer at the moment. Keep in mind that while all of this evidence is in favor of her being playable, this is all still speculation, and she could easily be deconfirmed with a swift announcement of a Dark Samus Assist trophy on the website or in a trailer. I mean, shit, it wouldn't be the first time I thought a character was guaranteed and then they ended up being swiftly deconfirmed.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Even if that ends up being the case, I won't be too upset. The roster is fantastic as it is already. Sure, it'll suck. Again. But I'm not gonna harass the creator over it. Unlike some people. In any case, I'm just happy to make another speculation video. The build-up for Smash has always been fun, with several larger content creators as well as smaller ones like myself, all throwing our hats in the ring, with various analytical, speculative, and news videos. I'd be lying if I said I didn't miss any of this. What do you all think, though? Do you have anyone you think is a shoo-in? Or perhaps just some characters you hope make it in? Maybe you think I'm full of shit. Let me know in the comments, I guess. I've got a second video this month that covers another game I'm looking forward to this year, so keep an eye out for that. Until then, though, follow me on Twitter, subscribe, like, you know, and all that jazz. With that said, Goldenbrawler out.